Good morning, everybody. Today is May 4th, and this is your assignment. We are going to start a new story today called Dear Mr. Winston. So click on the reading team's assignment and find the assignment. It's called Dear Mr. Winston. It'll have today's date. Click on the YouTube link to watch the video. Follow along with the PowerPoint. You'll read or listen to Dear Mr. Winston. You will study the vocabulary words on vocabulary.com. And then you will study them on Quizlet, and then do the vocabulary worksheet at the end of the PowerPoint and turn this PowerPoint in. So make sure to react to the post with a smiley face. Open the video link, follow along as I teach. You'll read the story or listen to the audio on the things to do list on Think Central, and I'll show you where that is. You'll go back to the assignment, complete the activity, and turn it in. All right, so Dear Mr. Winston, Lesson 9. I can listen, read, connect, and fluently read Dear Mr. Winston. I can acquire and use vocabulary from Dear Mr. Winston. So we'll review the vocab, read the story, practice using the vocabulary, and there's those objectives again. I can acquire and use vocabulary. I can listen to fluent reading. All right, so we have two girls here. They look kind of upset with each other. One's got their back turned, the other one's got a pouty face on. So the word is fault. It's a noun, and it means a mistake. So Kara's parents said that it was her fault that Mr. Winston fainted when he saw the snake. So fault is when you're responsible for something, like it's your fault that happened. It means that you're responsible. It was a mistake that you did. Okay? So this looks like the one girl did something wrong. She's upset, and the other girl's mad, and it's somebody's fault, but they don't know whose fault it is. Now we have two kids. They have a ball. What's going on? Well, the word's borrow. Okay, borrow is a verb. It means to use for a while and then you give it back. You know, I've heard in the classroom, hey, can I borrow your eraser? It means that you're going to use something, but then you'll return it to the owner. Okay, wanting to borrow the reference book to compare the snake pictures in the book to her real snake, Kara learned that the book must stay inside the library. All right, so, and always remember, you can't borrow something without asking. If you take it and don't ask to borrow it, then you're not borrowing, you're stealing. Okay, so borrow. Borrow means you ask, you use it, and then you return it. So now we have two kids. They're looking at what looks like a map. They're in a book, and that looks maybe like some type of geography book. So it's called a reference, and that's a noun. And it's something that you use for information. So we use the internet for information as a reference. We use different books. Sometimes you guys use that website, duckster.com, as a reference when we're doing some research. Trying to borrow the thick green reference book from the library, Kara attempted to leave the snake outside in its box. Okay, so she went for a reference book or a book of information about snakes. Oh, this girl looks tired. She looks very, very sleepy. Oh, she's not sleepy. Maybe she fainted. Fainted is a verb. Okay, so it means that you passed out. Sometimes if you are running or playing or you don't drink enough water, you get what's called lightheaded. Kind of feel dizzy a little, but then sometimes after feeling that way, you actually pass out. Kara had not anticipated that Mr. Winston would have fainted when he saw the snake. All right, so he saw the snake and he passed out. Now you have a girl with an upset face. There's three girls in the background. They look like they might be talking about her. I don't know what's going on. Genuine. How can the word genuine fit this picture? All right. So I'll give you the sentence from the story, and then maybe we can figure out a sentence based on the picture. Genuine's an adjective. It means honest or real. Hoping that he realized her apology was genuine, Kara sent flowers to Mr. Winston, so he knew how sorry she was. maybe with the picture, we can say the girl realized that her three friends were actually not genuine friends because they were talking about her at recess, right? They're not her real friends because real friends don't talk about each other. Oh, wow, this kid's fishing in the snow. Anybody ever go ice fishing? Seems kind of crazy, right? It's cold out there. You got to cut a hole in a pond. Let's see what's going on. Local, it's an adjective. It means in a nearby area. So, explaining that the snake was a local snake, Kara reminded Mr. Winston that there were no poisonous snakes in Manitoba. All right, so this kid could be fishing for local fish. Oh, these two guys look like they're shaking hands. So, apologize. Apologize is a verb. So, maybe they got into an argument and now they're shaking hands. It's their way of apologizing. And it means to say, I'm sorry. Kara wrote Mr. Winston a letter to apologize for bringing a snake into the library. All right. This looks like a dad and a son. They're looking at some books. Maybe dad's helping with homework. So the word is proof. It means noun. I'm sorry, it's a noun. It means showing truth. Okay. Kara considered the flowers as proof of her genuine apology for having brought the snake into the library. So maybe sometimes somebody will say, "Oh, I read this somewhere." "Oh yeah, well, show me the proof that you read it." Okay, maybe you can pull out the book and show somebody the proof about the story. Proof is just showing that it's true. Maybe in this picture, the dad and the son are talking about something, and the kid says, "Oh, Dad, I finished my homework." And he says, "Oh, yeah, well, show me the proof that it's done." And the kid opens up his binder and he's showing his dad the homework. Well, these boys look very dirty, but they look like they had lots of fun. They played soccer in ties and nice clothes, so I don't know what happened there, but they look slimy. It's an adjective. It means thick and slippery, right? So they were probably playing in the rain, and the rain in the fields, they were playing soccer, and the fields got really slimy, like thick and slippery. So they got muddy and dirty. In Kara's letter, she asked Mr. Winston if he knew that snakeskin feels dry, not wet, and slimy. All right. Slimy would be, you guys make slime. You know what slimy is, right? So snakes actually have a dry, rough exterior. They don't feel slimy. A frog might feel slimy. Insisted, it's a verb. It means to something that's said firmly. Kara was unsure why Mr. Winston insisted on opening the box containing the snake. Maybe you insist that you're right about something, or like this kid insists that he fixes this vase because he broke it, and he insists that he's going to put it back together so his mom's not upset with him. He probably was playing ball in the house and broke it. All right, so those are your vocabulary words. Now, you're going to log into Think Central, and you are going to make sure that all the fields are filled out correctly. Click this box that says Remember My School. That way you don't have to keep filling in those boxes. You are going to put your username and password. Okay, so your username, there's an example here. It says J Smith, put your 6-digit lunch number. Your password is student with that 6-digit lunch number. And you are going to go under Things to Do. And I'm going to show you what that is. I just clicked on somebody's Think Central. So under Things to Do, you have here, it says Lesson 9, Dear Mr. Winston Story, or you have Listen to the Story. So there's your audio. You can also click on the vocabulary words and you will review them. When you're done, click the word done. Okay, that's right here. So you have a choice. You can either read it, you can listen to it, and then you can review the vocabulary cards. They have those pictures and other sentences to help you out. All right, so you're going to take care of that. So read the story on Think Central under the Things to Do list. I didn't get a chance to actually read the story to you guys this week, so make sure to listen to that audio instead. Click on vocabulary.com. Under your list, there's the Dear Mr. Winston list. It has 10 words. All right. Click on the Quizlet Live. Type in B. Dansky, 1493. Go to reading class, and then you'll type in Dear Mr. Winston, and I'll show you how to do that now. All right. So search B. Dansky, 1493. Reading class. And you can type right here where it says type filter, Dear Mr. Winston, and it comes up. Click the words, the list. You can do the match. You can play gravity. All right. And you'll work on these flashcards. When you're done, you will click and complete this slide. You'll fill in the letter in the box. I tried to make sure that the boxes are a little bit bigger for you. Then you'll use the words in the word bank to fill in the boxes here to fit the sentence the best. When you're done, turn in the assignments. You'll go back to Teams, under your writing, wherever your assignments are, and you'll have that button in the corner that says turn in. And that's it for today. If you have any questions, please post them on the reading board, and I will see you guys soon.